بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. الصلاة والسلام علی رسول الله و علی آله و اصحابه المیامین. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nowadays reminds us the memory of a great man, Imam Khomeini, rahmatullah alayhi. Who is Imam Khomeini? To know Imam Khomeini, we need to study about his school of thought, his school of ruling. Imam Khomeini brought a lot of changes in the last decades of the last century for human being, for the great nation of Iran, for the Muslim society everywhere in the world. Imam Khomeini was a religious and political leader, but his view on politics was completely different than so many others politicians. He was not looking to politics as politics. He was using politics as an instrument for a higher target, which was truth, which was his beliefs, which was God. Believing on God and following the way of God created a person which could bring this much of changes in the world. Imam Khomeini's look to the power was different than the other rulers in the world. Original of power in the mind of Imam Khomeini comes from believing to God, believing the truth. And such power make you a brave person, which Imam Khomeini was. Imam Khomeini, in whole of his age, which was 80 years, did not afraid anybody. And this was the God's teaching to explain mu'mineen, which Quran says, وَلَا يَخْشَوْنَ أَحَدًا إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Mu'mineen do not afraid anybody except God, except Allah. Imam Khomeini never afraid from the superpowers, because he did not believe their powers. And this was one of the main conflicts of interpretation and understanding between the United States and the Islamic Republic of Iran. According to the Americans, power comes from forces, from gun, from money, from mass media under their control. And that's why they believe, because we have power, our logic, I mean the Americans' logic, should be accepted by the others. But Imam Khomeini, which his power was not coming from money, from force, but from his logic based on haqq, based on truth, based on believing to God, was completely and substantially different than the power of the United States. Imam Khomeini believed on justice. He taught us justice is a must in your personal life, in your family life, in your social life. Social justice, which is very important in ruling of a country, of a society. Imam Khomeini believed on self-sufficient by the Muslims, believed on unification of the Muslims to protect their rights. Imam Khomeini, in his foreign policy, never accepted the illegitimate regime of Israel. He believed that establishment of this regime is illegitimate because the peoples who did not belong to this land, Palestine, were pushed to come here while they were the citizens of European countries after the Second World War. And the original citizens of that land, Palestine, were pushed to get out from their home, from their country, Palestine. Imam Khomeini brought the most interesting gift to the Iranian nation, and that was independence. Iran was not in his history anytime officially a colony of the colonialist countries, but in the last 2 centuries, particularly during Qajar and Pahlavi dynasties, unfortunately the rulers were day by day more dependent to the foreign powers, particularly United Kingdom and United States. And that was independence for Iran was very important. Imam Khomeini was looking to human rights. When the Iranian students captured the embassy of United States in Tehran, he released the women and blacks of the staff of this embassy. And nowadays you can see what the police of the United States is doing, putting his knee on the neck of George Floyd, and what happened in the United States. There are a lot to say about Imam Khomeini, but because of the shortage of the time, I just want to have a glance of his views, his beliefs, his very close connection to the people of Iran, to the Muslims, to the oppressed people in all around the world by this opportunity. Thank you very much. God bless you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.